morning, I'm Neil, working for Edvectus, and today we're in sunny Abu Dhabi. You can see behind me a beautiful skyline, the corniche across the water. Abu Dhabi is the capital of the United Arab Emirates. It's the second largest city, but the largest emirate. The city itself is actually on an island connected to the mainland by 3 bridges. And then beyond that, Abu Dhabi sweeps into the desert. Busy island, lots of buildings, lots of development, but they are running out of space. So you'll find that the whole city is slowly moving out into the mainland where there's lots of desert to develop. In addition to what it has to offer, like Dubai, for me, I believe it offers more of a blend of the new with the old, more of the westernized lifestyle with Arabian culture. There are 2 kind of central points. The first one would be the hotels, and if we could point over there to the Hilton Hotel. The Hilton is a very established hotel. It's actually located on the other side of the road, but if you go through a tunnel, it actually has its own beach club. So you have access to the water and beach. And as you go further around the edge of the island in the distance, you'll notice more and more beach hotels cropping up against the coastline. There are a number of city-based hotels as you sweep round into the skyline again. They're obviously inland, and these hotels within them will have pubs, bars, restaurants, cafes. So it's a big focal point for social life. So you'll get Irish bars, sports bars, British bars, and so on and so forth. So you'll find that because of the licensing laws, many of the establishments that serve alcohol will be based within hotel premises. Now, as we sweep round again, beautiful little park here, we have an example of a shopping mall. Now, these are more than shopping malls, they're like cities. Particularly during the summer, when you're not here, you're back home in your colder country. But for us who live here, we go to these other cities within cities. And within these wigwam buildings, there are thousands upon thousands of retail outlets, cafes, restaurants, kiddies areas, cinemas, bowling alleys, everything that you would want under one roof. And every city in the Emirates has a number of these huge mega malls. So you are well entertained when it's simply too hot to walk outside during the summer. Now, I'm no great historian, and I got a C at O-level. That's the old version of GCSEs. But you can see behind me, this is a dhow, one of the big industries many years ago along the Arabian Gulf. Pearl diving was another big industry in this part of the world until oil was discovered, and of course you all know that story, hence why we have all these magnificent buildings being built in Abu Dhabi. It's a great place to find out how the Arabs actually did live before the discovery of oil. For this moment, I just want to explain a little about transport in Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. Behind me you'll see one of my best friends, Sally. She's been with me for 8 years, and if you like cars, then Arabia is a place to be. You can buy powerful cars, muscle cars, any car for a very reasonable price. Even if it's a small Japanese car, they are very cheap. They do have a developing public transport system. In Abu Dhabi there's a great network of taxis, and the buses are getting better. And with it being on an island and having a crisscross arrangement like in New York, it's easily navigated and everything is quite close to each other. Teachers tend to eventually buy a car, and those who can't quite afford one will carpool. or they get to know a good, reliable taxi driver who will maybe do a deal with you and pick you up from your apartment, take you to school and back again each day. If we swing round here, we'll see a typical highway. Highways are wide. I mean, this is wider than the M1. And today I'm in Abu Dhabi, specifically in the Marina Mall, which is one of these huge mega cities within the city. Just to explain today some of the more Western surroundings that you may crave for on occasions. I'm sitting in Starbucks at the moment. I'm having a cup of English breakfast tea. My colleague, who's holding the camera, is having her frappuccino. We have our newspapers, which are also written in English. We have the National, and we have the Khaleej Times, and there are other papers too. You can see on the Khaleej Times here, there's the Dubai's bid for Expo 2020. It's a really big thing for the city and the country as a whole. Around Starbucks, there are thousands of retail outlets. Promode is over there, the Bolliers here. There'll be a food court somewhere full of McDonald's and Burger King and Pizza Hut. There's Debenhams, British Home Stores, Marks and Spencer's, Harvey Nichols, Virgin, everybody's here. So it is a home from home as well. And I hope you enjoy our little tour of Abu Dhabi. Cheers.